Hello everybody, I am the Arkham One, and welcome to something just a wee bit different. So, we got this neat little website called Tier Maker. You get to make little opinions based on certain topics, and you get to rank them to the best of your abilities. And I got this little idea from two YouTubers, one of them being SenseiJosh, link in the description below. He's a great musician, I'd recommend him, and also Ghabulous Fish. You don't know who he is. He's another Let's Player, kind of like me, but not really. He actually does pretty good at it. I'm not really good of a Let's Player. He is, because he's been doing it for a very long time. And if you haven't seen videos like the best of montage or the little shout out video so you can learn more information about him, check out those videos somewhere. I'll put like a little picture or link in the description or something for them. Anyway, speaking of Fabulous Fish, he made his own little tier maker for all the LPs he's ever done. And I went ahead and put down all the ones that I've never seen before in this humongous category. There's a lot more that he's made that I've never seen before. Like, I didn't know he played Minecraft. I didn't. And I might watch that. And he has 3 Luigi's Mansion LPs for different challenges, so yeah. And some of this stuff is stuff that he's taken away on his channel since that I didn't get the chance to see, so gotta remember that. But I plan to watch some of these LPs like this one. I plan to watch this one. I plan to watch this one. And yeah, those are some of the ones that I'm gonna watch next. But besides that, I have all of the ones that I have seen and can grade effectively for my opinion. And this is, of course, like I said, my opinion. If you don't agree with it, then alright, just tell me what you think. It's just how it is. I have a different opinion, as everyone else does, so don't judge me too much on my opinion, unless it's something like I hate babies, or something like that. Then you can judge me effectively. But for this is just mostly my opinions on stuff, and all this stuff that I put in near perfect, really, hold up, this is very weird setup for mobile version. I'm doing this on my phone, so it's not the best as doing it on a computer. There we go. That's what I am talking about. We don't cuss here on this channel unless you are a collaborator who just cusses naturally. I don't cuss because I just don't. Anyway, there we go. Much better. That was very unnecessary. Anyway, anything that I put in near perfect, really freaking good, or pretty nice, I would consider like some of the ones I recommend you guys would watch if you're interested in this channel. So let's start off what we have so far. Second LP, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Little fun fact about SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. If you've ever played it, there is a remake that is coming out very soon. There's a trailer for it, you can go look it up, and I'm pretty excited for it. It's supposed to be a whole remake. They're going to remake the game a little bit better and add a bunch of levels and stuff that weren't in the original game. So I'm excited for it, but his LP, I would consider alright. Just a good old alright. It's not very good, visual-wise because he just started. It's not going to look amazing video quality. But he did put a decent amount of effort in that I can appreciate. Commentary is pretty alright. But besides that, there's not too much to go for on this LP. So that's what I'm going to grade it as. Still one of my favorite games though. I don't think I actually seen this one. I'm going to go move that. I might watch that because I'm interested to see how Doki Doki Literature Club actually does. Because I would not imagine him playing that game. Now this one, I absolutely hate. I would consider it probably the most boring thing I've watched on this channel. It's a boring game. It's just go over here to get the objective. No, go over here for this objective now. That's all it is. Just basic platforming on the Game Boy Advance, I believe. And the commentary not the best, and he says his take on this LP and another LP he tried to do, he just didn't feel motivated, and it kind of showed in this video. So just not a good point on the channel at the time, so that's why it's just not as good, and he took this little LP off of his channel. And yeah, Luigi's Mansion Perfect Score. I love this LP. This is one of my favorites from his older stuff. I would put it as really freaking good. It's very funny, and it's a very big achievement trying to get a perfect score on Luigi's Mansion. It takes him quite a while to do it, but it's fun. It's just personally fun for me to see other people like raging games or get mad at something, and there's some moments that I just think are hilarious. But besides that, it's a big achievement and very memorable gameplay and commentary, even though it's like pretty old against his other stuff. Let's Play Madagascar. I recently finished this one. I wouldn't say it's one of the best I've seen. It's just very close to one of the best. It's a very, very unique game that they play, and he gets his girlfriend on called Katatui 101. They commentate like really well together. That's why they're always in a bunch of more recent LPs. And it's just a very bizarre game, very good commentary, just laughing at all the weird things that happen, giving their own takes on it. And it's more of a relaxing kind of LP. Besides that, all the weird, stupid stuff that happens in the game, it just makes it very memorable in the end. Mario Party 8, right there. That's one of my favorites I've ever seen, and that's why I made a little best of montage of the game in the first place. Not the game there, a little LP on the game. Seeing 4 different people all try to go against each other is like a neat little concept to me that I would always like to do sometime in video games. I love a little bit of competition, just for fun, not like aggressively going against each other. It's just for fun kind of thing, and I really like that. Seeing all the bizarre things that they do in the game, and nice little moves that happens that completely changes whoever wins. It's just engaging yet relaxed kind of gameplay, and it's a good mix. I love it. Alright. Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Fights. I have a personal touch with the game and this Let's Play. This is the first Let's Play I saw on this channel years ago. And it is his first Let's Play, but he also put a ton of effort, needless but very appreciative effort, on having little bios for every single monster that he encounters in the game, and just showing that off just shows that he wants to be unique and different, but also a hard-working YouTuber, which is something I can really appreciate. It's one of the main reasons why I love his channel so much. It's all the hard work that he puts into it, and it showed on the very first Let's Play that he did. The video quality kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Just like a Battle for Bikini Bottom, it just kind of sucks. But besides that factor, and just a little bit of boring commentary every now and then because it was his very first LP, it still has a bunch of good memorable moments. And having little guest appearances on the boss battles, it's just, there's a lot of work that was put in that would kind of just goes to the side. I wouldn't consider it like best in quality like all the other stuff, but I'll always have a special place in my heart for a lot of reasons. This is when he tried to play it on GBA, Mystery Mayhem. I would put that as, I don't like it. It reminds me of Ed, Edd n Eddy. It's around that same time. He wasn't feeling really motivated with this stuff, so I'm going to put it right there. This is when he tried to play the PlayStation 2 version. It's alright. There's a reason he took it off. It was a failed Let's Play take because he couldn't pass a couple parts. It was kind of funny at the end, but it was just fun seeing him play the game. But there's not too much to it. Nicktoons Unite. I'll put it right here. Pretty fun to see those 4 ever do any Let's Play together. They're a really good group. Fabulous Fish, Katatui 101, Berserk Master, and Pokemon Sextuple. I think it's Sextuple. But seeing them play together, like in Mario Party 8 or Nicktoons Unite, is always a very fun time. There are a bunch of great moments in the Let's Play. The game is meh. It's just a meh game. There's some unique factors to it, but seeing them play it just makes it a whole lot more fun, and them commentating together is just It's fun. The main part about this channel is just the commentary, and it's just really forward going. It just makes you want to watch the next part. Super Luigi Galaxy is decent. It's decent. I've seen about 20 parts, and so far I say it's just a decent one. Commentary nice and all. It's just, it doesn't stand out like some of these other ones do. This one. Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem guest starring SenseiJosh. Both people I saw do a video on Tier Maker. They work really well together. They're both huge Scooby-Doo fans, and that's why they decided to take on Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem together. All the nice little trivia questions in each video was very memorable, and it was fun to answer them, see what other people answer. It's a nice little bonus of the Let's Play, but it's also just a fun Let's Play. And it was fun seeing him, seeing Fabulous Fish rage at a couple parts and just get furious in one level that, I don't know, some part of me just likes seeing people angry or mess up. I'm one of those people, and I don't know why I'm one of those people. It just gets to me. But besides that, it's just fun to see him communicate and see just this little Let's Play take after the failed one. Seeing this one succeed in some ways kind of like brings some kind of weird message across in my mind, a really good feeling, and I don't know why. I think I'm just weird. But besides that, I love that Let's Play, very memorable. Let's Play Toy Story 2, I would say is just pretty nice. Better than the first LP that he did. Psychotics and the little guest star for the whole Let's Play. Pretty nice. It was fun to watch. That's pretty much all I can say. The gameplay is kind of meh, but besides that, just hearing them talk together, the conversations that they pull up, and some of the moments that are just get tedious. I don't know why they're fun to watch to me, but they are. But it's better than some of all this other stuff that I've seen. But yeah, that's all I got. And with this being said, while I would recommend Pretty Nice, Really Freaking Good, and Near Perfect, more than anything else, if you ever want to watch Fabulous Fish or plan to watch them or anything like that, I recommend these ones, especially these top two right here. Pretty good ones. Now, let's go to some other stuff. Alright, so this one is for MCU movies. I'm a big MCU fan. It's just some of the best movies I've ever seen, and I'm a big superhero fan. Sort of a superhero geek in some aspects. I can tell you fun facts about a lot of different characters, DC or Marvel. I'm just a huge superhero fan, and these movies really do show. I've already put in 2 movies that I have not seen so far, which is Thor: The Dark World and Iron Man 3. Don't know why I haven't seen them, just never got the chance, I guess. But everything else I've seen. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the best at the best. And Thor: Ragnarok, one of the best movies I've seen in a very, very long time. It's just because it has everything that I like in a movie, just checked off at like A+. Humor, check. Decent scenery, or just decent things to look at. A little bit of art style or uniqueness to it, I put that as a check. Character design, not character design, background design for characters such as Thor, stuff like that. Stuff that make him like memorable in the MCU and Marvel in general. That's a check from me. Storytelling, check. It just has everything that I like in a movie in this movie. Just a great movie. Great movie. Avengers Endgame, I'll put in front of here as probably the best movie I have ever seen. In terms of MCU wise. I can't say too much because I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not one of those kind of people who would spoil a movie like that, because I know it has been not super long yet. But it's just a great finale, in my opinion, of the MCU. It did a really good job, and that's all I can say, because spoilers and such. next off, what's another best movie I've ever seen from the MCU? I know there's one more. Doctor Strange. Oddly enough, the solo movies are not too much likable compared to like Endgame or something like that, but there are some great movies for a solo movie for Doctor Strange, showing him off into the MCU universe. I'm not the biggest fan of Doctor Strange. He's like a pretty good superhero in my opinion. He's a memorable one, but the movie is just fantastic to me. It's the most visual masterpieces I have ever seen of a movie, just because of all the weird stuff that just happens to the movie. It happens around in the scenery, in the background. It's just amazing in terms of so much visual-wise. It's like the number one visual movie. I don't care about graphics of games too much, but for some reason, when I see something with a good bit of just art and texture, uniqueness, originality, I love it. I don't know why, but Doctor Strange definitely has that, as great storytelling, even though it's kind of like the whole beginning part reminds me of the animated movie that I watched of Doctor Strange on Netflix at one point. It reminds me too much of that, but besides that, it's a great story. Great. It's fun seeing this character become Doctor Strange, kind of fast at some points, but besides that, pretty awesome. Has one of my favorite villains in it, Dormammu, just stuff like that. And I think that's all I got for best. I'm not gonna put anything else there. Avengers Infinity War, it's just a classic. It's gonna become a classic, really, if it hasn't already. It's an amazing movie. All the memes about it, I love the meme community sometimes, and all the Thanos stuff. Just seeing this impact on culture and everybody is one of the major reasons why I consider it one of the best. And also, it's just amazing to see so many superheroes on one screen. They did what they were supposed to do well, really well. So I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I've seen it quite a few times, not as much as Thor Ragnarok, but quite a few times, and I'm glad to watch it all the time. I'm glad that I have Netflix. Now I'm going to start going by what's here. Avengers is memorable, but I wouldn't consider it some of the best I've ever seen anymore. Incredible Hulk is a meh. It's one of the best meh, because I probably mostly nostalgia at this point for the movie, as being like, I believe the first MCU movie I've seen. I think it is. It's very different from some of the other movies, but it does pretty well, I think. It's fun watching this movie every now and then, just for nostalgia, but that's pretty much it. Kind of memorable, kind of, but not so much. Captain America, the first one, I give that meh behind Incredible Hulk. I don't remember too much of the Captain America movies. I've seen them, but it's just they're not very memorable movies for me. I think they could have done better to make it stand out a bit. But then again, this is like very beginning of Marvel, so not very beginning of Marvel, of the MCU, so it kind of makes sense. Iron Man 2, memorable, almost good. I'll put it as good. Very memorable movie. I've seen it quite a few times recently. I think it's not as good as the original. Oh, I know why I forgot. There we go. I forgot to put this here. Iron Man. But Iron Man 2 is a decent sequel for the first one. It's not as impactful as the first one is, because the first one started out the MCU and started it with a bang. It did really, really well to make Iron Man such a lovable character, and Robert Downey Jr.'s like ascension to fame after the huge hit back with all like his... I'm not going to go too far into it, but Robert Downey Jr. was in a very bad place at that time, and for him to be accepted as Iron Man was the lifesaver really for him. So it's not always a huge rise to Iron Man, but it's a huge rise to Robert Downey Jr. himself, and I just hearing about that makes me kind of want to love the movie more. But besides that, it's just a great beginning, a very memorable movie. I have to put it as one of the best just because of that. And just Iron Man 2 is a good sequel, so that's why I put it as good. Ant-Man and the Wasp, memorable. Very, very funny movie. So is the original. The sequel, I think, did a little bit better. It's kind of unique sort of movies, and they shown how Iron Man could like change size, and how the whole world looks different with that change of size, which is something that's been done before, I believe, in movies, but it's still really, really fascinating. But besides that, good character development, just good, but it's not like huge as the Avengers is to me. Black Panther I put as good. I'm not going to go too much into it. It's a good, like, more modern sort of movie. It's a very different cultural-wise. It shows a lot of huge different kind of culture. It shows a whole country and how it is compared to like the whole world. Very forward in tech. It's just a unique kind of movie, but it's also a really good kind of feel-good movie. It's a very impactful one. It has a good story, really good. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I don't remember much of that, even though I've seen it like twice. There's just not too much I remember about it, so I'm gonna give it a meh. In terms of the Galaxy, I would put as memorable as much as Avengers is. It's an okay movie in my mind. Thor, I would put in front of Captain America. In fact, I might actually put it as memorable. I love Thor movies. I love the original Thor. Very funny, very different, and it's a good background. I like Thor stuff for some reason. I might become a huge Thor fan at one point. So who knows? Avengers: Age of Ultron. A sequel is supposed to be better than the original to me in some aspects, but also keep the same idea going. That's kind of what a sequel does, or it's supposed to do. So it's supposed to improve, but keep some of the same things from the original. And I think it did that extremely well. It had some unique ideas that were kind of weird, but made it good, sort of. It's just a good sequel. But a really good sequel. I love the movie. Some people might actually hate me for this, but I have to give this. Let me pick it. There we go. I have to give Civil War just the top of the mess section. I would put it as memorable for the two fights, but what else do you remember besides those two fights? I don't remember much besides the huge two fights that happen in the movie. I've seen the movie, but the two fights are really what are memorable for me. And the two major fights I'm talking about is, like, of course, the huge airport battle and near the end of Iron Man and Captain America facing each other. But besides that, what else is there? Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's introduction to new characters. Good idea. I love that little feature of the movie, but there's just not too much memorable in it besides those fights. Captain Marvel is a good movie, and that's pretty much it. But when it comes to the MCU, it's not as big as some of the other ones. It's just an okay movie. That's all I can say. Spider-Man: Homecoming. I wouldn't consider it as the best because I love the Sam Raimi movies so much better. It's just a great Spider-Man movie. I think it's a great MCU movie. It was an interesting idea to have Spider-Man be like under the wing of Iron Man in some aspects and make Iron Man a father figure, which was weird. Good weird? I don't know. It's just a good movie. Pretty good movie. Just amazing in some parts. The storytelling's pretty alright. It was nice seeing him be in a high school environment. It was nice seeing a bunch of moral choices and funny stuff that happens sometimes. It went some different directions and they did pretty well. So, yeah, it's extremely memorable. Very memorable movie. Made Vulture more of an interesting character, and I never really cared about Vulture. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, so I'm kind of critical on that. I think this is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Is that Guardians of the Galaxy? No, this is Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Here's the original. Then I will put that right here. I love the second one compared to the first one. Not as huge as some of the other movies that I've seen. In fact, I'm gonna move that right there. But it's still, I can't say too much about the movie. I don't know why. I just like it. It's a good movie. That's it. It's just, I don't know. I can't put them like memorable because it's still a really good movie with some memorable parts. It's just hard to explain. I don't know. I'm sorry. Let's see. That seems to be all the time I have for this. But if you agree with some of the suggestions I got for MCU movies, tell me down in the comments below. If you don't, tell me your lists. If you have like this huge top 20 list like I do, I believe this is 20. No? Wait. It is. I got 5 each and I didn't even mean to put it like that. But if you have like a top 20, top 22 list, top 10, top 5, top 3, I don't care. Just name your favorite movies down in the comment section below if you want. But that's all the time I got. Thank you for watching. If, of course, you wanted to see more, tell me down in the comments below as well. Don't forget to check out SenseiJosh or Fabulous Fish down in the description since they gave me the idea. And yeah, that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed, and back to me putting out Let's Plays again. See you next time.